Imagine you're an academic or researcher in Canada planning to visit the United States for a conference or a meeting. Sounds straightforward, right? But in recent years, traveling to the US has become increasingly complicated, specifically for certain individuals. Due to political climate under Donald Trump's administration, Canadian university teachers and academics are being urged very carefully to think before making any non essential trip to the US. Well, this warning issued by Canadian Association of University Teachers sheds light on the potential risk that academics, particularly those from countries with tense relationship with the US, might face at the border. Well, it's not about crossing the border anymore. It's about the possibility of being detained, searched, and questioned. Here, we'll break down why this warning matters, specifically for those in the academic world, and what steps can be taken to protect yourself. Since the start of Trump administration, the US has become more difficult place for certain travelers to enter. There has been reports of Canadians and other international travelers too who are facing delays, detention, or being sent back to processing centers for a long period of time. This is particularly concerning for academics who may have a research or any personal view that clash with the US policies, such as those involved in studies on human rights, climate change, or immigration. Now, the Canada's warning specifically targets those who are transgenders or whose research could be seen as opposed to the view of the current US government. For example, scholars working in areas related to gender studies, LGBTQ+ rights, or political dissent could be at higher risk of facing heightened scrutiny at the US borders. Also, another significant concern highlighted by the association is the security of academic data. Academics often carry sensitive research, personal communication, and unpublished data on their electronic devices when they are traveling. However, the US border authorities are known to search devices, and there has been cases where confidential information was compromised. Now, for scholars, losing control of their data could jeopardize their work or even their professional integrity. Canada recommends that academics carefully assess what information they need to bring with them and consider taking steps to protect it, such as using encrypted devices or limiting what is stored on your phones and laptops. Well, this warning has made waves because it marks a significant change. The CAUT, which represents over 70,000 academic professionals at Canadian universities, say that this is the very first time in 11 years that they have issued a caution about non-essential US travel. The advice comes after discussions with legal experts who confirm that the US border searches could violate academic privacy, which is a very serious issue for anybody in research. Furthermore, reports have surfaced of travelers, including Canadian citizens, being detained for extended period just for minor issues. The Canadian government, aware of growing tension, has now updated its travel advisory, cautioning citizens that they may face additional scrutiny at the US border, specifically if they are denied the entry. Well, it's no surprise that the number of people crossing into the US from Canada has dropped significantly. In March 2025, US Custom and Border Protection reported that about 864,000 fewer Canadians crossed the border as compared to the same month the last year. Well, that's a 32% decrease. Many people are concerned about potential border issues, the political environment, and the risk of being detained for a reason that may not be fully understood. For now, if you are an academic planning to travel to the US from Canada, it's wise to consider whether the trip is truly necessary and to take steps to protect your personal and research information. While the landscape is uncertain, these precautions could help prevent unnecessary complication or loss of valuable data. In the end, the advice from the CAUT isn't just about avoiding political tension. It's about safeguarding the work and privacy of scholars who contribute to the global academic community.